You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies.
This is AfterBuzz TV's The Tomorrow People After Show.
We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show.
It's AfterBuzz TV's The Tomorrow People After Show.
Oh, yeah. What is it good for? Is the war over? Say it again. No.
No.
I don't think the war is over.
The war is not over. I just want to clarify that that wasn't me playing.
It was Steven.
That's Steven in the booth.
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV, Tomorrow People After Show. I am Tom Connolly, and sitting across from me, Yael Tygiel. How you doing, Yael?
Hello, everyone. I'm doing great.
Great. That's
The
awesome.
war is over.
No, it's not.
War is over
No.
if you want it.
Well,
It's not over.
it was gonna be, but
It's
you know,
not.
people had to mess it all up.
It was
you know?
never going to be over.
I know, but they thought at least for one night it could be.
They partied, which is all that mattered.
Yes, it was. They had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Russell had a good time. This is season 1, episode 18. Modus Vivendi,
Vivendi.
which I looked it up, and that means it's a Latin phrase signifying an agreement between those whose opinions differ, such as agree to disagree.
So like a treaty of some
Yes,
sort?
mhm.
Or
Yes.
a ceasefire?
Yeah. So they agreed to get So I mean, this all happened in this episode.
That's
'cause
what happened in this episode.
It worked out, and then we're done. Okay, yep. See you guys.
Yep.
No. All I gotta say is Steven, what an idiot.
Dude, come on, I'm in the booth.
Not you.
I know, I'm just messing.
Which part are you talking about? Because you have to be much more specific.
More when Hillary came to his house, and then she was standing there, and then.
Oh, we're starting right there.
Well, I'm just gonna go right to it. Might as well.
Yeah, let's start with it.
Because that's where he was the biggest idiot. this
When
episode.
she was wearing that beautiful red lacy bra and
Yeah, you
panty
described
set.
it. Yeah, sure.
It was a beautiful lace bra and panty set that matched, which was nice.
So she showed up at his house, and his phone rings, and what does he do?
He
I
answers
gotta
it.
pick this phone up. Idiot.
A normal man, or smart man, I should say, take that phone, throw it across the room, keep going.
And what, because it was Astrid, he wanted to pick up the phone?
Yeah.
And,
And then what did he do? He was like, "Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'll call you back." Why'd you answer?
yeah. Although there was a lot of, like, intermingling between people that we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
So it was like, I mean, a lot of Steven and Hillary.
Mm-hmm.
Things are definitely getting very serious between the two of them.
Is it?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
I think on both parts. I think he's definitely likes her a lot.
Yeah.
And I think she likes him. But then, as we saw later, which we'll get to, does she really like him?
Right. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
But yeah, but I like the part where Steven thought it was going to be her at the door. And he's like, oh, come in. Door's open. It's the founder.
I loved, he's lighting the candles, and he goes, way too many candles.
Yeah.
Because all I was thinking was, why are there so many
Yeah.
candles? And the founder's like, what are you doing? Expect to come? And he's like, nope, just try to burn the house down.
Yeah, huh? Yeah. He was trying to be romantic.
It was excessive.
Well, what do you have, like 55 candles there?
Yeah. And that's just in that room.
Yeah.
I wonder what the rest
Yeah,
of
what
the
does his
house-
bedroom look like? Jeez.
Oh, man.
But yeah, so I like that part of, like, he thought it was going to be her, and then he's like, oh, crap. Don't want you at my house. Why are you here?
Also, I think, can't they get in trouble for...
You think they would?
Right, aside from what's really happening.
Yeah.
But, like, they're partners. They should not be fooling around.
Yeah. But also, I mean, the founder he knows what's going on.
Of course he knows
He's
what's
so, I just want to see an episode from his perspective of, like, everyone trying to be sneaky around him and him just knowing everything that's happening.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool episode.
That would be a great episode to see how everybody, because he's manipulating, as we learned, pulling all the strings.
Yeah.
And it would be great to see him watching and be like, oh, that's cute. Like, there's a string I pulled.
Yep.
It's happening.
Yeah. So I think that would be a really cool episode to do. So, so Steven and Hillary, and then we got Kara, who is in the middle of this too.
Oh, Kara.
And Astrid, who hates Hillary because she wanted her killed.
Right.
And definitely not, not being like less sympathetic to her.
Well, when Kara and Astrid sat and talked,
That was weird,
it was weird,
but cool at the same time.
but it was also that Kara revealed that Astrid that Steven and Hillary were doing it.
Yeah. Oh, I did like that. Yeah, I was
And
like,
she was like, he's sleeping with the woman who tried to kill me. Like, oh yeah, remember how that happened? Good times.
but I think that was also Kara manipulating her to just get somebody else on her side about, like, be like, oh, you don't like Hillary, neither do I. How can we bond over this?
Well, it's Astrid who comes up with the idea of getting Hillary alone.
Yeah.
And seeing what she knows, and because they don't trust her.
No.
And
So there was like a trade. So the founder
Yeah.
said was basically like, "Hey, I want to make peace between Tomorrow People and Ultra. Steven, make this happen."
right.
And Kara's obviously like, "Okay, we'll hear him out, but I'm not going, or John's not going.
Right.
We'll send Quan, in. Russell Quan. They sent Russell because why not? Russell will have a good time with it.
Also, Russell can handle himself.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not like they're sending someone who would get stuck.
Yeah. But Kara says, well, all right, well, if he wants Russell, I want Hillary because...
Right, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fair trade.
Yes, exactly.
It's collateral. I'm doing air quotes for those who aren't listening.
Yeah. I thought it was a weird dynamic of taking Hillary to the lair. I just thought they just took her, like, willing. Like, she was not secretively or like, all right, well, here, we're going to blindfold you so you don't know where you're going kind of thing.
She was in the, I like to call it the interrogation room of the lair because it's separate from where the people live and it's separate from...
But later on, she was in the whole thing.
Right,
so.
later because they trust her now. Air
Yeah.
quotes again for those listening.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was just, I don't know, I just thought they would get her there a little more secretively.
Right.
Than just being like, hey, we get on the subway to get there.
I think it's become pretty clear to everyone that Steven is not an Ultra agent, that he's not a Tamara person, that he's playing both sides.
Yeah.
Everybody's aware of this. And that's why the founder goes to him and says, hey, I need you to get this and make this happen. And we're trying to make peace so he can be on both sides.
Yeah.
So I think they're done pretending that he's...
Not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the founder, who knows everything.
They're definitely, after this episode, they can't go back and forth about it.
Right.
But yeah, Astrid's definitely upset at everything. Kara tries to read her mind.
And what does she see?
She sees them doing some nasty things.
Doing it.
Yep. And she's like, oh, this is my favorite part coming up. I was like, wow, geez.
Yeah.
Hillary is just good to go for it. And
Good.
yeah. So it's definitely Hillary just does not like Kara. I mean, they just don't like each other.
Well, Hillary was clearly upset about the fact that Kara and Steven have this weird connection. This very strong, still unexplained connection.
Yeah.
So I think the jealousy factor is still there, and I'd like to see another girl fight, especially one with them in lingerie. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Hey.
That would be pretty.
Thumbs up over here. But I thought it was weird how Steven was like, oh yeah, we had sex once. Him and Kara. Like he just came out and told, like
Yeah.
she kind of called him out on Hillary. So I felt like, out of that, it's only those three that know that happened, because John doesn't know that happened.
Right. John knows they kissed.
But he doesn't know that they have had sex. So
They had sex.
yeah, remember?
No.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, that was like a while ago.
Good times.
But yeah, so I feel like that's something in Hillary's back pocket that she can pull
Right.
out to John and be like, oh, you didn't know that this happened,
But
but you trust her, you trust him,
But
come back
Hillary-
and work for Ultra.
Is Hillary evil? Is she not? We'll get
we'll
there.
get yeah.
But I'm saying that's putting stuff in her back pocket makes her sound evil.
Oh, sorry. And then we get to the Russell and the founder meeting, having drinks, just hanging out. The founder basically laying out the plan of how they can be peaceful.
Here,
and,
have some caviar and
yeah.
wine.
I really thought everything was going to be spiked, right?
Yeah. So when the founder says, like, you've been drinking it for the last half hour, I was like, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
believe that 100%.
Yep.
And he was like, I'm just kidding. I don't think he is.
I couldn't tell, but I think it was his watch.
I
think
also thought it was the watch.
I was like, oh, but I was like, no, his watch isn't gonna have a D chip in it, because then he would know it. I
Right.
think the watch has like a location, like the thing he stuck in everybody else.
Right.
One of those location things. So now he knows where Russell is at all times.
Well, I mean, now he knows where the lair is,
That
for
too.
sure.
Exactly.
I think he did something. I don't know if he tracked Russell through the watch or through the wine and the caviar, but I think he did something for sure.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I agree with you on that.
And I think the greatest line of the night was when Russell was talking about the founder and Jedikiah, and Tim jumps in with "can suck it."
Yeah, I have that
that
highlighted
was
here. Yeah.
amazing.
And I like when Tim was putting the text from Hillary on.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll just put this on the screen.
can't
He's like, no,
translate this. Let me put it
yeah.
up.
No. That was good. And it was like, oh, can't wait to see you tonight.
Yeah.
And Russell's like, what? I want to read the rest of it.
Yeah, he does.
And then we get to, so Russell and I thought that was a funny scene with them, with Russell and the founder.
Oh yeah.
And Russell comes back and basically says, the war's over.
Yeah, let's party.
Yeah. And I didn't really understand they meant let's party together at first.
I didn't understand that literally it was the war is over. We're throwing a party.
Yeah.
And so the Tomorrow people go up, and then the Ultra agents show up.
Yeah.
And that was, I love that they brought back that nurse for
For Russell, that he talked to, as he was walking
I'm
around.
so glad they brought that back.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good little moment for him. And I did like when he was like talking to Carr, and he was like, I want my life to mean something. Like I'm hiding down here doing nothing. If I am free to go above ground, I can help people and save people, and maybe rob some casinos.
Well, he was saying that he would go back to his family, and
Yeah,
he
that
would,
too.
He would go back to what's her name, Talia from the red whatevers,
Yeah.
the cool superhero group.
Yes.
That would be amazing. I want the war to be over just so we can see that again.
Yeah.
They were wonderful.
But yeah, so they they have the party, and then like Steven's dancing with Kara, and for some reason Astrid was there at the party. I don't understand why she was there.
I think they're
would you want to
just-
go there? Okay, let's put this in perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the Tomorrow people. You were stuck down underground with them. I mean, they did protect you.
Right. They
while
took
you were
care of you,
underground.
but you were
Yes.
stuck.
Yeah. Then there's this other group that tried to kill you and your family, like in cold, just shoot you.
Yeah.
And you're going to go to a party with both of them.
I see what you're saying. I do. I really do. But I think the idea is now everything's out in the open. We know Astrid is off limits. We can't kill her. And she's human. Who knows about Tomorrow people? The Tomorrow people are no longer in danger from Ultra. Ultra is no longer trying to kill the Tomorrow people. Steven is no longer playing both teams. Everything is, they're like, here are my cards. Everybody's out. Let's all party.
Yeah.
War is over.
But I don't think it was a good idea to,
Put a human in the middle.
but just to like put everything on the table right away.
Yeah, I
Excuse me,
agree.
sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry. But yeah, if I was Astrid, I wouldn't go to that party.
Well, yeah. I think any human would avoid that party.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if I was her, if it was me, and I was like, "You want to go to this party? Yeah, that'd be fun." Might
Yeah,
as well.
but if you were you,
But you can't do anything. You can't do this. You don't have the powers like they do. So I would probably go there for like 2 minutes and then be pissed because I'd be like, I want to teleport. I want to do this and I can't. So
well, they weren't doing any of
no,
that.
I know, but
But
they
I'm
could have.
saying
Hey,
if-
when they get drunk, who knows what they do?
Yeah, seriously.
You know?
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Well, apparently Russell tries to hit on the nurse.
Yeah. Well, that's Russell.
I wanted to say that if you were human, you wouldn't go to this party for fear of your life.
Yeah.
Because, yes, the Ultra agents right now aren't trying to kill you, but they are always trying to kill people.
Yeah, they are, yeah. But then, so we see the party. The party goes down.
While that's happening.
Hillary says she's, she told Asher she was sorry about having her killed. Steven says he has to leave because he needs to get his rest because he's training to use the machine to bring his dad back, to bring Roger back.
Which he doesn't tell Hillary right away that that's what he's using it for. He just knows that it's important.
Yeah, and she knows that it's important to him.
And because it's important to him,
she
it's
cares.
important to her.
Yeah.
Of course.
What all great double agents say to one another.
Yeah. But instead of going home to rest, he goes to visit the butcher shop.
Yeah, because for some reason he went there because Jedikiah and John were there. Jedikiah calls for John to help him to protect Roger's body because he knows that the Ultra agents or Ultra's going to come to try to find it.
Right.
And because at first Jedikiah breaks into Ultra to try to destroy the machine.
Right.
But he can't, and he ends up leaving. He ends up taking out one of the guards. I don't know if he killed them.
He took out 2 guards. I don't think he killed them both.
But he definitely wounded one of the guards.
And the founder says that Jedikiah is now an enemy of Ultra, and that if he's found, he needs to be brought to justice.
Yes.
And then he eventually, the founder eventually threatens anyone who's helping Jedikiah. So now John is in danger also.
Yeah, because John went with Jedikiah to protect the body because
Ultra is after it.
Yeah, and I mean, John has such a weird relationship with Jedikiah.
Yeah.
It's like it's like that weird father-son relationship where as much as Jedikiah can do so many things wrong to him, he will somehow try to forgive him or try to, find the good in Jedikiah.
I think it's I don't know, I hate to say this, but it seems a little more like an abusive relationship.
Well, it definitely is, yes.
Where, like, no matter what Jedikiah does to him, he will eventually forgive him and come back because he's going to change.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
They never change.
I don't know, are they? But yeah, I like when Jedikiah was like, there's no way I'm going to leave my brother's body.
Mm-hmm. Because he knows what Ultra wants to do with it, and he knows that he's against that.
Well, I mean, it's still a very gray area because we really don't know what they want.
We don't.
Yeah.
Jedikiah does.
Well, maybe he does, but we don't. The founder may have other things for it. So then they end up finding the meat shop. Ultra shows up, and John and Jedikiah take care of the Ultra agents, but there's one agent that sees Roger's body. He doesn't know it is Roger, though.
No.
He at least sees it, though. And
I have the agent's name.
Oh, you do?
Yes. He is Agent Veras.
Gotcha.
It's important.
It is?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, maybe it'll be in another episode.
It's important because that actor got a job.
Yes,
and that
good
job
for him.
had a name.
Yes.
Agent Veras.
So he sees the body. Jedikiah wants him to shoot him. John lets him go. And, Jedikiah freaks out and is like, okay, we have to move this body. Like, we can't keep Roger's body here. They're going to come back to get it. We can't keep him here. So, I don't get where all the blood came from on the thing when Steven showed up. Because it looked like Jedikiah was going to shoot him.
Right.
Shoot
and then
Roger.
there was blood on the... I also was trying to figure out where that blood was coming from.
Maybe it was from one of the agents from before when they were fighting?
Maybe.
I couldn't tell.
So they have to move the body, and there's somehow... Well, you know what? I figured it out. Because when the founder calls in Steven and he sees Agent Veras, they're in a hospital, and Agent Veras is injured.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they were all kind of like bandaged up, all those guys.
So I'm going to go with Agent Veras. It's his blood.
Gotcha. From when John was fighting him?
His name is important.
He is really important now.
It's his blood.
So they take the body...
Back to the lair.
To the lair, the only safe place they can take it. And then Jedikiah says, well, I need a capable nurse. And so I was like, who are they going to get? My mind was blank. I was like, who are they going to get to do this?
I thought they were going to get Russell's new girlfriend.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I totally was like, oh, that's why we've met her.
Yeah.
Because she's going to be the nurse.
And then we cut to John on the subway
Uh-huh.
with Steven's mom, and I was like, wow. And John won't tell her what she's going there for.
Right. But she has a surgical kit,
Yeah.
and she's worried that Steven is hurt.
Yeah, he doesn't even say, like, no, it's not Steven. Which, why
Right.
wouldn't you just be like, it's not Steven?
Yeah.
But
obviously, this woman's terrified for her son.
Yeah. But it's going to be big. And so when I saw her on the subway, I was like, wow, this episode is really good. Because now, when she finally sees whose body it is, she's going to freak out. And she didn't freak out as much as I thought she was going to.
Nope, she stayed very composed.
Yeah.
I loved the debate between her and Jed about who was going to cut him open.
I like that. That was really good.
It was
He's like, well, I've worked with so many...
I have a PhD,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah. I've done all these studies. And she's like, well, how many surgeries have you been in?
Yeah,
I've been in hundreds.
sit down.
Yeah. This is mine now. And it's her husband. Like, why would she think that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I did like the dynamic between those two. So they end up reviving. Well, first, Steven has to go to get to the machine because.
Well, so to bring back Roger, we had John, Kara, Jed, Mom, and Astrid all working together to help bring back Roger.
And Steven and Hillary.
And then Steven and Hillary had to go and what was it? They had to guide him.
Yeah, they broke into Ultra to use the machine. Steven had to take his shirt off. Just letting everybody know.
Yeah, it was so worth it.
And then he kind of told her, he's like, if anybody shows up, just leave or whatever. So he gets in the machine. The machine starts up.
He starts bleeding.
Yeah, from his nose. He finds Roger in a house.
In their old house.
And he's still like, he can feel it. Roger can feel his body's too weak to go back to it. But Steven, kind of convinces him like, but what about me and Luca and your mom? Like, you need to come back for us. Like, you need to find a way back. And like, you could see that his chest was like bleeding in
limbo.
Yeah, in limbo state. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Steven grabs Roger, limbo Roger, and starts dragging him through the threshold.
So he pulls him out. And then Steven, we see that the founder, that there's a break-in. I don't get why there wasn't somebody there right away.
Right.
But whatever. I can suspend my disbelief. It was the middle of the night. Not light crew on.
Sure. But also it was that there was a door malfunction.
Yeah.
And so...
But if you see a door malfunction in the room with the machine that you have...
That was broken into the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. I get what they're doing. I get they gotta leave the suspense. And I thought I did think they were gonna get caught.
Well, of course they were going to get caught. He was on the machine bleeding.
But they didn't get caught though.
I know.
But there was blood on the ground. So he didn't clean it up.
I'm sure he didn't clean it up. And I'm surprised the founder didn't go and examine and see the blood.
Well, don't worry. He has other people to do that. He's a busy guy. He has other people that can clean up the blood.
What about cleaning up the blood? They need to see that someone was clearly there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like you could also tell that like the machine was probably,
Right, that it was used.
That was used too. And who else is gonna use the machine? Not his daughter. So.
Oh. Way to bring up Cassie.
That's what I get. I bring up Cassie, now I got a cough.
Yeah, karma.
So.
Yes.
We find that Steven comes back to the lair, and Roger starts to get a pulse and a heartbeat. It's very faint, so we still don't. He doesn't wake up yet. And then I like the scene between John and Jed where John was just kind of staring at Roger, and Jed comes over and is like, "Well, you redeemed yourself.
Right.
Do you think you'll ever forgive me?" And John was just like, I don't know yet. Like, he still wasn't going to forgive him.
Yeah, he says that if Roger stands up and walks out of there, maybe.
Yeah.
But I like that he says, after the heartbeat, Jed says, he's out of the woods now. It's only a matter of time before he opens his eyes.
But we still haven't seen him open his eyes yet.
Not yet.
No. And then, Steven kind of explains to Hillary, like, hey, you're risking your life to help me
to go
against the founder and Ultra. Hillary says she believes in Steven and his father and Roger.
Yeah, she does.
And then Steven tells his mom, like, oh, I always knew Dad would come back. which I like that part. And then we see the big reveal of this episode.
Yeah.
Founder's in his office, and we see Hillary talking to him, telling him that Roger's alive. You know, and Founder's like, this is exactly where I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
This is exactly what's been happening, and that he will let her know
When it's time for the next move.
Yes. And as Hillary walks away, she kind of looks like she is regretting, you know, being this mole for him.
She looks like she feels guilty.
Yes, she does. Very guilty.
So is she evil?
I don't think so. I wish we would have predicted that she was, but we didn't. I don't know how we didn't see it, that she would like.
Well, so I think that they showed us that she was evil at first, and that she was just this rule-following agent.
Yeah.
And that as she got involved with Steven, she stopped being that girl. And so we believed that, which I still believe is true. We just didn't see that her rule-following was not just rule-following, but actually playing the wrong side and playing Steven.
Yeah. But I think she's coming around to where I think she doesn't trust the Founder now. Being exposed to the other Tomorrow people and Roger and whatever's happening. And,
Right.
You know, this
Well, I
machine.
think we've seen her when we had the Crimson. What were they called? Those superhero girls.
The
Scarlet something. Or
yeah, I can't
Crimson.
remember.
Whatever, the red masked superhero ladies.
Yes.
They were Crimson Avenger.
I think so. Yes, I think you're
Scarlet
right.
Avenger?
It was something Avenger. It definitely was something Avenger.
Anyway, she was saying, Hillary was saying that she wishes that she could do that she wants to do good and help people and use her powers as a superpower to be the good guy.
Yeah, and that's why she's at Ultra, because she feels like she is protecting some people.
Yeah, and I think that was her exposing a vulnerable side of her. And that now that she's seen Roger, she's seen the Tomorrow people, and she's seen what the Founder's really capable of, as well as what Jedikiah was doing. And she's really coming around, and hopefully we'll get to see her be a good person in the end. I'm also really worried, not to get into predictions, but I'm really worried that we might not keep her after this season.
That was going to be my prediction. All right, wait. All right, let's go to next week first. I wrote down, I watched the preview, and it looks like Roger's
Awake.
back to 100%, running around.
Yeah.
And the only thing I wrote down was the age of Ultra is upon us.
Nice.
And I don't know if they said that in the preview or not, but that's what I wrote down last night.
I don't know, but that sounds beautiful.
Yeah. It just seems like them, you know, trying to destroy Ultra now. And it's, you know, Jedikiah's on their side trying to destroy, you know, the Founder. So, I mean, we still don't really know what... I guess the Founder's still bad?
Maybe. I mean, it also shows that Hillary is revealed as a traitor.
Yes,
In the teaser.
And it look, yeah, because he says to her, oh, why did you do that? The one I saw was like, Steven was asking her, like, why did you do that? Or something like that. So...
Shall we move into predictions?
Yes, let's get into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, do you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Hillary's definitely gonna die. I hate it. I don't want to say it, but I think she's gonna die. I don't think
Wearing
there's gotta
lingerie?
I hope that make it even better. I guess so. I mean, I think she's a really good character. I want her to stay around, but there's got to be somebody that goes this season. And I think she's gonna be. I think the Founder's gonna kill her to make a point to Steven that, you know. So I can still kill people that you care about. I may not kill your mom or your brother or your dad, but I know you care about this person. So don't mess with me. Like, don't cross me.
Yeah.
Because I can still mess with you.
Does he care about her?
Steve? Yes.
Like emotionally?
I think so. I don't know. Well, I don't know. He did pick up the phone.
Yeah, right?
At a weird spot, but I mean, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's... I'm kind of shocked to see Roger at full strength. I want to see what... I'm excited to see next week's episode to see how that is. And then it's like, is Jedikiah still on there? Jedikiah is a good guy again? I don't know.
I think that there's going to be some sort of catch to Roger being full. You know, I'm awake and alive and I haven't been dead for 6 years. There's got to be some sort of catch. I'm really excited to see what that is. I can't wait to find out. who's actually evil. Like, I think they're trying to make it clear now that the founder is evil, but Jed isn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I trust that because they keep switching back and forth on us.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Hillary is not going to make it through the season, which bums me out.
Yeah.
And I agree somebody has to die. I hope it's not Hillary. And if it is Hillary, I hope she's wearing just lingerie.
Okay. Yeah,
I just want
cool.
that noted.
But, yeah, I mean, I feel like either her. I mean, I don't think Ash is gonna go.
No, we need a human best friend.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of. I mean, because we still don't know if the show is gonna get picked up. I hope it does, but I feel like they're trying to put a lot in the end to get it to to get people watching more and everything along with that.
Well, it was really surprising that Roger even
came back this season. I know, yeah. I think that would be you wait till that's how the season ends with him coming back.
Yeah.
And I think I said that a couple weeks ago, so crap. Well, that prediction's off the table. But yeah, where can they find you?
The people can find me online at yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. And on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Google+ at Yael Tygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL.
And they can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. I will not be here next week because I'm getting married.
We'll figure something out.
So we'll figure something out for next week's episode. But after that, I'll be married. So, bye, Hillary. No.
With Hillary.
All right, we'll see you guys
next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.